doing amazing and thank you for clicking on my video. So today I'm going to show you 4 different hairstyles with flower crowns because spring's coming and it's time to get them out. So if you want to see how I got to the look that I have so far, you can click on my previous video on the Get Ready With Me Spring Edition and you're gonna see how I actually ended up here. There are approximately 3 different types of flower crowns that you can get. Either you get it like this, that has a fixed back where you can't really change any size or anything, so you need to make sure that it actually fits on your head. The second type you can get is probably the most common one. It's the one that has like a strappy band like this, which honestly is probably the easiest one because it fits on every head and you're probably not going to have that many problems finding one to actually fit your head size. From this, honestly, there's tons of different styles you can get. I got these 3 from H&M and they're just really cute and really flirty. And then the last one, which actually I think is my favorite type, is the one like this. It's also from H&M and it has a little loop at the end, and then this one you can just pull through and actually close it basically where you need it for your head. So no matter what head size you have or what hairstyle you're gonna do, this one's gonna be perfect. So this is kind of my favorite one. So for the first look now, we're gonna jump right in and actually just use this beautiful flower crown. I actually got all my flower crowns that I'm going to show you today from H&M because I just think it's quite a cheap version to get them and they have really cute ones. So with the first one, what we're going to do is basically we're just going to use the basic tutorial for the hair and then we're just going to put it up here, and you can align it a bit how you want. Either you want it more like to be on top or a bit more on the lower side on your forehead. So I'm just going to put it a bit like this, and then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna grab some bobby pins to just pin it in place. This is really the most basic hairstyle you can probably do with a flower crown, but I think it's really cute because it's kind of romantic and it just really matches the spring season perfectly. So what you're gonna do is you take your bobby pin and you just pin it from top down, because that way it's gonna secure your flower crown and it's just not like gonna fall. This way you also you can also fix a bit where you want it and basically the angle and where it's gonna sit in the end. So I mean, literally that was the easiest way possible, but I still feel it's really cute. So number 1. Another version how you can just wear a flower crown with your hair open, especially if you have one with a stretchy band like this, is to actually section off your hair first and just the top half. You're just gonna wanna put it up with some kind of hair clipping tool. Basically it just needs to get out of the way. You put it up and then you're just gonna put on your flower crown. Make sure you align it nicely with the hair. Obviously right now it looks kind of weird, but you're gonna pull down the second part of the hair and you're just gonna place it over the flower crown, like so. Then you can select a bit if you prefer to have it a bit more in the front or a bit more in the back, and you're just gonna let your curls fall on top of it. Okay, let's go to number 2. So for the second one, what we're gonna do is actually just part off just the top section of your hair. So you just wanna leave down this part and you're just gonna grab again a little tool and just pinch up the hair like that. Then we're gonna place our flower crown just like that and let the rest fall on top. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab those sections that I left out on the side and I'm just going to twirl them a little bit with a strand from behind the braid. Just like so. And I'm going to pinch it in place at the back. So you want to just grab a bobby pin or a little clasp or something you like to use. And voila. Maybe use a second one just to make sure that it's not gonna fall down. There we go. And we're gonna do the same on the other side too. So you grab the front section you have here and a little one from the back, and you're just gonna twirl them until you're like halfway through maybe. Put them back behind your head and pinch them in place. So then you want to arrange those front sections. Normally I like to just make it a bit looser so it looks really like flirty and not too severe. And then like arrange my bangs. And then this one here, you can see it's kind of like sticking out a bit weirdly. So I'm just gonna grab a very small bobby pin and I'm just gonna pin it in place here. You can actually look that it's not gonna be too visible, so you just pull out the rest of the strands a little bit. And there we go. That's the second look. Let's get to look number 3. So for look number 3, what we're gonna do is actually a little side braid or a side gather if you want, because depending on how long your hair is, you might not be able to do an actual braid. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna slightly twist my hair again and just always grabbing a bit more of the back section. That's literally just because I have quite short hair, so if I pull the ones from this side over here, they're gonna be too short. So I'm just gonna do that, and again, it can be quite loose. There we go. Then either what you can do is really take 3 strands and make a little plait or a little braid. As you can see, for me, it's not gonna be a very long braid. And just take a little elastic to fix it. You can take a clear elastic or one with actually a little flower on it or something like that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the strands out a little bit just because it kind of looks cute when it's a bit messy. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the flower crown that has the open end, so it's not gonna be difficult to place it. So I'll just put the middle section on my hair, and I'm gonna align this side here to the back. And with this side here, because it's an open one, you can actually pull through the hair or through the braid and get it back out at the end. And you're just gonna loop it in with the other section and pin it in place. So because it has this little wire basically inside, it's really easy to place it like that. If you have a stretchy one with the stretch band, maybe you want to place that first and do the plait after. So now I'm just gonna again pull out a few sections, just see if it's like positioned nicely. That's look number 3. If suddenly you think that maybe the plait is not a good idea or you have too short hair, you can really just gather it on this side too and just pin it in place, either with a few bobby pins at the back, so you're really leaving it open here, and just pinning it at the back. Or you can just take an elastic and just bind it together here, or just leave them open like that. So now we're getting to look number 4. So for this, we're gonna use one of the flower braids that has a little stretchy band, and I'm just gonna place it on top of my hair all around. That is basically the way I placed it in the look number 1. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna start grabbing sections of hair and just pulling them through the elastic. So basically you're gonna pin them in place with the elastic like that. And you're just gonna keep going until you're all the way around. This was a hairstyle that was very popular, I think, last spring and summer, so maybe you already tried it before. But I think adding maybe a flower crown is very, very cute because it just gives it a new edge. And then you're just gonna do the same thing on this side too, to just get this cute little look all the way around. This again depends how long your hair is, because I think mine has a quite good length to do this at the moment, but if it gets much longer, it's gonna be more difficult to actually pull it through at the back. So you just want to make sure that the back here is really round, and then you're going to take some bobby pins or some little pins like this to just pin it in place. There we go. Then again, you can pull a bit here, pull a bit there or there, and then it really depends if you like it a bit more messy or really clean. And if you like it a bit more messy, you can also pull out a bit of the side parts, and that would be look number 4. Okay, let's get to the last one of the little hair tutorials. So for this hairstyle, what you're gonna do is actually make a little bun on top of your head, and then we're gonna wrap a flower crown around it. So let's do the bun first. For the bun, you're just gonna wanna make a high ponytail. You can decide if you wanna have a really high one or if you prefer having a lower bun. But I actually like it when it's really quite high on top of my head. So I'm just gonna take a little elastic. I'm actually gonna make that one quite messy, just because I think with the flower crown and everything, it's quite cute if it's not too perfect. But if you prefer to have it very sleek, you can of course do that. So we're gonna have our little, ooh, that's a sassy little ponytail. I like it. That's kind of cute. Let's Instagram that. That was a good little Instagram pic there. Okay, so we're gonna turn around the hair so that you're gonna have a cute little bun on top of your head. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, so what you wanna do is just take a few of those pins and just pin your hair in place so it's not gonna fall down. There we go. I think that's already secure enough for me. What I'm actually going to do is, because my hair is quite short, at the back here it might fall down, so I'm just going to take 1 or 2 bobby pins and just pin the hair in place at the back so it's not going to just fall down uncontrollably. Oh, I think 1 was actually enough. There we go. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm first going to take this little flower crown. Because it has the wiring inside, it's really easy to put it on also with a bun. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna place it like this, and because it has those little parts at the back, I'm actually just gonna wrap it around the bun and just hide the little pieces underneath those flowers in the front. There we go. And here again, because of the wire, mine seems to be holding, but you can use a few bobby pins to just pin it in place if you want to make sure. And that's one of the versions. So the second version you can actually do with the bun is take one of the stretchy ones, if you want, and you're just going to do the same thing basically. You're going to align it, and because it has a stretchy part, it should be quite easy to put it on top. You just want to make sure that the stretchy part actually is at the back and that you position your flowers nicely in the front. Here again, maybe you're going to need 1 or 2 pins just to make sure that the flowers are at the same place that you wanted them to be, or at the right place rather, and maybe to put some sassy hair back down a little bit because it's just too much. Voila! That is the last look. Okay guys, so these were the 5 hairstyles that I wanted to show you with flower crowns. I hope you enjoyed them, and I hope that maybe you're gonna style them too. If you do, if you copy one of these styles, please tag me. I would love to see them. Just use the hashtag simplychloesworld on Instagram or on Facebook, and I would love to see you. So that was it, I think. So I wish you an amazing day, and I hope I'll see you soon. Bye! Okay, The second hairstyle we're gonna do is actually a half updo. Actually, that was not a half updo, was it? Chloe, you're failing this miserably. Okay, start again. I hope you're amazing. Really? I hope you're amazing. Of course you're amazing.